Tennessee basketball picked up a major bounce-back win on Saturday, and in doing so, the Vols proved something that will be critically important down the stretch for the rest of the season. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. 64-44, the final score. Number 8 Tennessee knocking off number 5 Florida at home, avenging a 30-point loss to the Gators from a few weeks ago that opened up SEC play. And look, I think we throw the phrase must win around far too often. For a team like Tennessee's caliber, the must-win games don't truly come until March. But this was about as close as you can get for an early February conference game. Tennessee was coming off of back-to-back losses. The Vols were looking to avoid the first 3-game losing skid in SEC play since the year 2017, and they did exactly that despite being shorthanded going into the game without star point guard Zakai Ziegler and without big man Igor Milicic, who has made a big impact for the Vols this season. And to do it, the Vols got back to basics. They did not throw up 45 threes the way they did in the loss to Kentucky midweek. They were getting to the basket. They were playing elite defense. And despite only having a 7-man rotation in this game, were playing efficient basketball and ultimately pulled away in a dominant win over Florida. Now, the thing that Tennessee really proved in this game is that they can beat quality opponents without Zakai Ziegler. There was a growing worry throughout the season that Tennessee maybe had become too over-reliant on Ziegler, who routinely had been playing 35 or more minutes a game. We saw him get pulled for foul trouble against Vanderbilt, sat for 7 minutes at the end of the first half, and Tennessee was out of rhythm offensively. Vanderbilt ripped off a big run that helped the Commodores beat the Vols in that game back in Nashville. But in this one, Zakai Ziegler was out injured, a knee injury that he sustained against Kentucky, and Jordan Gainey stepped in and was fantastic running the point for this Tennessee offense. Gainey had 16 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals, and he showed he can carry that load when Ziegler is not on the court. You wonder if that will let Rick Barnes spell Zakai Ziegler a little more often than he had previously, now that Gainey has shown he can run the offense efficiently. Chaz Lanier also got back to being the hot hand from 3. He was 5 of 9 from beyond the arc, but probably the most impressive thing Tennessee displayed in this game was the defensive performance. That's twice now this season that Tennessee has faced a team in the top 5 of offensive efficiency in all of college hoops and held that team to a season low. They did it holding Auburn to the low 50s on the road a couple weeks ago and holding Florida to 44 points. The Gators had not scored less than 70 points in a game all season long. So the good thing here is Zakai Ziegler will return for Tennessee. He says he plans to be back for the Wednesday game against a hot ranked Missouri team, as Tennessee will get to remain at home, but there is no question that was a very positive development. What Tennessee fans saw on Saturday, that even when shorthanded, the Vols can still find ways to win against the best teams on their schedule. They got some of that momentum back, and Tennessee is back in the top 5 of the AP poll at the number 4 team in the country. That's the 34th time in the Rick Barnes era that Tennessee has been ranked in the AP top 5. Before Rick Barnes arrived in Knoxville, the program had only done it 17 times. It just tells you what impact Rick Barnes has had on this program, and he'll continue to lead this team after a huge confidence-building win over Florida down the stretch for the rest of the SEC slate.